Hi there, welcome to Tarotland Soap Opera. Today I'm going to do a reading for Aries energy. And like usual on this channel, we're going to do two rows. The top row is going to be high vibe Aries energy. The bottom row, a more worldly, shadowy Aries energy. There are all sorts of people in the world, and life's about learning lessons. And some people haven't learned some lessons that some other people have learned in life. And us in relationship to other people. So there's that. That's what this reading could be about. Also, within ourself, we have our dualistic nature. We have to make decisions in our life and our free will. And, well, we've got to listen to our intuition. And sometimes we'd like to move forward in life differently, but we might want to stay in our comfort zone. And everybody's ready to move forward in their life when they're ready. And sometimes some people in our life, friends and family and stuff like that, are ready to move forward, being more bold and brave and confident within themselves than we are. And, so with a lot of the people, we can wish each other peace because we're all on our own journey. If it's a romantic interest, it's a little bit more of a problem because we want them to move forward when we're ready to move forward. So let's go see what could be going on in Aries energy. We all tap into Aries energy. In a worldly sense, the first several decades of our life can be being more motivated and inspired by the things of the world. We're sure those things will make us happy, either being more about ourselves, indulging in things of the world, making our life more about money and materialism. Hopefully, as people get older, they start to be more inspired by a higher truth and justice, to live their more authentic life, to not be so caught up in the illusion and living just their more authentic life and investing their time, energy, and effort into things that really drive and motivate them from love. But not everybody does that. Some people can stay in their more worldly focused view of life or self-centered view of life all their life. So let's go look at the bottom row is the Moon card, which can be being caught up in illusion. And the top row is the Aries Fool card of willing to take a leap of faith. The Moon can talk about how we kind of are being manipulated by things, our fear, our insecurity, our pride, our ego, caught up in the illusion of the world. Because high vibe energy is about being illuminated to the truth, more represented by the sun instead of the moon. And some people haven't been illuminated to the truth, that love is the answer and love is what makes it all worthwhile. Some people think, no, if it's all about me, that'll be wonderful. No, if it's all about these things that I make important in my life, that'll make my life happy. And things are things, and love is the highest vibration. So let's go look at the bottom row. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So the Nine of Pentacles is that some people in their more worldly nature, in their Virgo nature, are stressed about love. From the 9 down to the 3, it requires the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords talks about moving forward in life. If we were to choose love, that means we do have to work cooperatively with people from love. And some people don't want to do that. I just don't want to do love. Why? Probably because we've moved forward with people before. And in high vibe, the Moon is about listening to our intuition. And we could have moved forward with people before and we ended up getting heartbroken. But the whole thing is we have lessons to learn in life to differentiate these subtle differences between people. We could have invested in people before. Up here we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is investing in a relationship. Taurus energy can represent all these different institutions. We went and got a job. We went and got a friend. We joined an organization. We got in a friendship, a relationship, or a marriage. And we could have invested in other people who were single. But the whole thing is we can harness our Virgo energy differently, and we don't know that. We can harness our Gemini energy, our Cancer energy, our Libra energy, our Pisces energy different. If we were to read this row all in shadowy energy, some people have illusions about what it means to be in a relationship. They also might have a lot of fears and insecurities or shadowy ways of being that they don't want other people to know about. They're single. They could be stressed out. I want to be in a relationship. I want to look like I'm moving forward like other people are moving forward in life. I want to look victorious and successful. But I live more from my mind than my heart. They might only have, if you're not, there's a maximum of 10. So if you're 9 swords up in your head, you have 1 cup of love in your heart. And that cup of love might be more all about them. It could be that one, defensive to love because I love me and I like to make it all about me. And when I work together with other people, they kind of want me to make it about them too. And I kind of like it, making it all about me. Or they're just really afraid of being hurt because they've been hurt before. But so then they could be people who, instead of doing love authentically, it's kind of like a mental game. I'm really smart. I think I can create the illusion I'm loving without really being loving because I'm more about myself and self-protective of myself, mostly loving me because I'm afraid of being hurt. I know I have an idea. I will create this mental construct, this illusion that I'm loving so people will move forward with me in a relationship. And if they've been heartbroken before and they don't want to listen to their intuition and they don't really want to do love, well, then we could keep moving forward in a relationship together, living more from our mind than our heart, using our emotions manipulatively, our sexuality manipulatively, all of our resources, how we talk, all these things. We use it all manipulatively because we've all been heartbroken, but we want to be in a relationship, indulge in the perks of being in a relationship, but it's all to create an illusion. And there are some people who live their life like that. Other people got in relationships with people, were drawn and attracted to people, and things didn't work out the way they wanted. It was confusing, is what the moon can talk about. And the Seven of Pentacles can be taking some time to consider who you invest in next, because the people you did invest in previously, it didn't work out the way you wanted. And then we have to look at the things that could have made us not listen to our intuition. Did we even listen to our intuition when we got in that relationship? Was our intuition screaming at us, you shouldn't get in a relationship with this person? I don't know. Something's wrong here. I don't know. I think they're kind of manipulative. I think they're kind of immature. I think they're kind of secretive. I think they're full of themselves. I think they seem to be live more from their mind than their heart. And, we've got all these lessons to learn. Well, if we're willing to listen to our intuition about the lessons we learn from that life experience, well, next time if I meet someone and they don't seem very motivated and inspired by love, high vibe, Aries energy, maybe I won't get in a relationship with them. I've already been in relationships with people who aren't very motivated and inspired by love. They might be single and want to emotionally indulge in a relationship, but then my dream doesn't come into reality with them because they are kind of people who are just kind of indulging themselves in a relationship. If I meet some people who are fools and they don't really want to do love and invest in listening to their intuition and love to guide them, well, I've already been in a relationship with people like that. I'm not going to get in a relationship with someone like that. Aries energy can be people who are more about themselves. We all harness Aries energy and we all can be more about ourselves. Some people are all about themselves. Don't really want to do love, just want to indulge in relationships. If they can find someone else who's fearful of love, wants to stay in a relationship with them, they maybe stay in a relationship with them also. But not everybody is afraid of love. Other people just learned from the other people they got in relationships what they liked, what they didn't like. It helped them get more clear about their truth. And if they met some people who live more from their mind than their heart, I like to be in relationships with people who maybe don't get all caught up in their head about whatever, who are able to maintain more balance within themselves. Because high vibe energy, represented by the scales of justice, is people who are more balanced within themselves. They've offset some of their fears and insecurities with love and hope and compassion and forgiveness, and they've learned lessons in life, and they've learned living more from their mind than their heart kind of doesn't work out well for them, but and so they learn these lessons in life. Some people learn to love themselves, to work through their fears and insecurities, and offer love to their past pain and heartbreak. We've got to realize some of the people in the world are kind of in these shadowy ways of being. High vibe people free themselves from the things that manipulate them with truth and love and listening to their intuition, to be bold and brave enough not to give up their dreams. And they keep having that hopeful, believing spirit in love and believing in themselves. And other people kind of gave that up. Nope, not doing love anymore. It didn't work. From now on, I just create an illusion of loving people. I'm not going to emotionally invest in people anymore. I'll be in a relationship. I'll create the illusion of love. I'll indulge in a relationship with them. I'll create the illusion it's love, but I really don't do love. Because they still are confused about why these relationships in their past didn't work out. Well, you have to invest some time, energy, and effort to get to the truth. How did I contribute to those relationships? Am I willing to see the truth about myself? Was I immature? Was I egotistical? Was I manipulative? Was I fearful? How differently do you act in a relationship if you have some hope and faith and belief in love and trust your intuition and listen to your intuition about the people you're in a relationship with? Versus if you're someone who gets all caught up in your head, is this person manipulating me? Is this person going to hurt me? How differently do you act in a relationship? It kind of sabotages a relationship. And some people don't want to see the truth about that. Oh, I get all caught up in my head. I'm really fearful that other people are manipulating me, that other people are going to betray me. It's like, how about you enjoy the relationship and high vibe energy as you go with the flow? How about I just take a leap of faith, listen to my intuition? If I'm invested in people and they seem to, in high vibe Nine of Swords, be focused on love, they seem to be working with me cooperatively, maybe I'm moving forward with someone who is balanced between their mind and their heart, who is being just and fair and truthful and honest, and I just listen to my intuition and I keep investing in them, and we go on this journey and we enjoy life together. But for some people, that's like impossible because they get so caught up in their head. Oh, I'm sure. And why? Are we in shadowy energy? Have we not learned to love and believe in ourselves? Do we not think someone can love us? Do we not think we're worthy? We have to work through all those issues. Why don't we invest in going with the flow in a relationship, just seeing how things go? If things don't work out, some people can really get in their ego because they feel like they were a fool. We don't control other people. If other people do immature, foolish, hurtful, unkind things, that's on them. How about we be proud of ourselves, that we're inspired by love, we listen to our intuition. There's no guarantees in life. I was in a relationship with someone who seemed to be loving and nurturing. My intuition wasn't throwing up any red flags. I went with the flow, and then, you know, everybody can have issues that they need to deal with that are kind of hidden beneath the surface that affects how they will act in a relationship, maybe at some future time, because they could get triggered in their own fear and insecurities, their own self-limiting beliefs, their fear that someone's manipulating them, that, or, we also get in relationships with people, and as time goes by, maybe we could realize I did think this was my truth, but as we've kind of gotten to know each other and kind of what drives and motivates us and what we like to do and how we like to move forward, I kind of realize this isn't my truth. And just like we could have that happen with people that we're in friends or relationships with, other people can feel that way towards us. The way you want to move forward and kind of your idea of the dream life, dream relationship is different than my idea of the dream life and the dream relationship. That Six of Swords between the 9 and the 3. And sometimes we don't know that. You got to get to know people, but, we also can be attracted to people. We um, want to go on that journey of love, and, not all of them work out the way we want. And we have to accept that too. High vibe people keep investing in believing in themselves and believing in their dreams and listening to their intuition. Just because I was drawn and attracted to certain people doesn't mean that person was meant to be in my life long term. That person could have come into my life to just be someone to help me get clear about my truth, what my dreams are. Um, do I love myself? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in my dreams? What about the person I got in a relationship with? Do they? Don't they? Did I get in a relationship? Because neither of us did. And somewhere along the way, I did. Or somewhere along the way, they did. And then we were kind of in a mismatched relationship. Did we get caught up in fear or insecurity or pride or ego? Did we act immature? It's just learning all the lessons that we can learn from it. Let's go up to the top row. We have two cards not showing itself. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. We can be a person who's motivated and inspired by love, but we might have some lessons to learn because we can be a loving person, but we maybe haven't learned to emotionally invest in loving ourselves. So we can be a very loving person, like, oh my gosh, look at these people. Look at these people. Turning my back on emotionally healing and growing and maturing myself and loving myself and believing in my dreams. I just haven't gotten to that stage of life yet. And we all are kind of caught up in the world, all these things we want to invest in, want to be in romantic relationships, but we maybe had some inner work to do within ourselves. So then we could go get in all these different relationships and things, and we're kind of maybe tipped out of balance where we're not really balanced within ourselves. Then we can get in relationships with other people who are kind of a little out of balance. And, we're all caught up in this thing of the world. And we think if we get in a relationship or we make our life about these certain things, we'll be happy. And then life is realizing that love, and it starts within ourself. First, we have to really love ourself and be balanced within ourself. The Two of Swords is Libra energy, also represented by the scales of justice. Being balanced within ourselves so we're not making decisions more out of fear, insecurity, less greed, pride, ego, codependency. Just looking to all these things of the world that we think are the answer to us being like emotionally fulfilled and happy. It starts within us. But we go get in all those relationships and we still have some issues buried beneath the surface that we haven't, maybe even our more hopeful, believing, creative, inspired, intuitive nature that we haven't even tapped into yet. And then going through these life experiences does kind of force us, if we make the free will choice to, I'm going to learn to give myself the things that I wish other people would have given me. I'm going to love myself and listen to my intuition, and I'm not going to let the fact that certain things that I went to go pursue in my life didn't work out the way I wanted. And I'm going to maybe see, because the shadowy row can represent like a pattern we repeat. oh, what is this pattern? What is this thing I keep repeating? Is it because I don't listen to my intuition and I could let more, oh my gosh, I want to be in a relationship. Oh my gosh, my lust or my greed, you know? Am I really listening to my intuition? And we have lessons learned about to listen to our intuition. How many relationships did we get in and our intuition was screaming at us, I don't think you should do this, but we did it anyway. And so then to respect that our intuition was given to us as a gift to help us navigate in this world. It's like our sixth sense. Kind of like a bat has sonar. A bat listens to its sonar. But we as human beings, we think we know best, and that's us kind of being in our ego nature. Oh no, my intuition is telling me, do not invest in this. But I wanted to go invest in that, so I went and did it anyway. And then it didn't turn out the way I wanted. So then we learn, you know what? I should start listening to my intuition. My intuition was given to me as a gift. And if there's things I might be tempted to want to go indulge in, if I've already been there, done that, I already see these people have certain traits and characteristics that this ain't going to work out, you know? Or having learned if I take action more out of fear, insecurity, pride, ego, lust, greed, it's probably not going to work out the way I wanted. Because we have to plant good seeds if we want to have like a bountiful harvest. And that means we need to love ourselves, believe in ourselves, have self-discipline within ourselves, act with character and integrity out of love and respect for ourselves. I am not going to go take action in the world more out of my fear, my insecurity, my pride, my ego. I am going to, I view the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles as Taurus energy. I am going to walk the talk. And I am going to trust and believe that if I keep walking the talk and I don't invest my time, energy, and effort into things that I probably shouldn't invest my time and energy into anyway, that makes me free to, if on my journey I meet someone who is more on the same page as me, I'm free to be able to get in a relationship with them because I didn't get myself tangled up in some illusion that I maybe shouldn't have gotten myself in anyway. Some people are right now, they didn't kind of walk the talk. You know, we're human beings. They wanted to go invest in a relationship. And now some of those people are stressed out because someone who they'd maybe really like to be in a relationship with is also single, looking to invest in people and go on a new journey, but they kind of got themselves tangled up in a relationship with someone that they maybe shouldn't have gotten into, maybe to begin with. Some of them could have had the best intentions, and the people they got in a relationship with had the best intentions, but now they're in a relationship where maybe one person wants to keep staying in it, the other person could be heartbroken because it's not really aligned with their truth. But in order to move forward in life differently, you have to be willing to reveal the truth and not hiding the truth. And so some people right now could be considering, am I willing to invest in doing what's aligned with my truth? And they could be doing this work within themselves to love and believe in themselves and to get out of their head and more their ego nature and listen to their intuition. Is the way I'm living my life, or the people I'm living my life with or moving forward with in my life, do they encourage me to love and believe in myself and believe in my dreams? Are they people more caught up in the illusion of the world? Do they try to cause me stress and anxiety? Do they try to emotionally manipulate me? Do they do things that are immature, stubborn, prideful, that are hurtful and unkind? Do I believe in myself, believe in my dreams? Am I in a relationship with someone who doesn't have to do those shadowy things? They want me to stay in a relationship with them. They could maybe love me, but I could feel like I don't think this is aligned with my truth. And maybe I am more willing to be more creative, inspired by hope and faith and belief and love. Maybe I wasn't when I got in the relationship. Maybe we were both being practical and grounded. This made practical sense. We kind of thought we were all on the same page, and being in our more worldly viewpoint, we thought this was all going to work out. But it's just that sometimes as we go through life, we realize this isn't my truth. Are we willing to love and believe in ourselves and listen to our intuition that it's kind of like an injustice to us and the people we're in relationship with? Are we just creating an illusion about how wonderful our life is when it's not our truth? But there doesn't mean there can't be love there. But I don't know. I would assume loving people have been offering love and encouragement to the people they're in relationship with to help them work through their past pain and heartbreak or fears or insecurities, to go on this type of journey with them. But we can't make other people we can't make people look at life from a higher perspective. We can't make people, if they don't want to make their life about something more than the world, because making their life about these things of the world is really important to them, and that could be how they define their worth and value, and they just don't look at life from a higher perspective or a different perspective. And they have the free will to live their life the way they want. And sometimes both people are kind of heartbroken in the relationship. I wish you would make your life more about these things like I do. And the other person's like, well, I wish you would kind of make your life more about these things and quit making those things so important in your life. And we all kind of like to hang out with people who are kind of on the same page as ourselves. And sometimes both people could want to kind of be out of the relationship, but they're fearful of going on that new journey, so they stay in the relationship. One person might be more codependent. I'm more fearful of loving and believing in myself and listening to my intuition. Maybe I don't love and believe in myself, and maybe I am in more codependent energy, and I want you to stay. And some people could be really stressed out right now if they have a partner who seems to be doing this work within themselves to love and believe in themselves, to not be so caught up in their head. And then the Three of Swords can be getting more balance between their heart and their mind, and not being so tipped out of balance, more about consumed with these things of the world, or living more from their mind than their heart. They want to move forward in a more balanced way, but the other person is not there at all. They would have to do, one person can do this work in a relationship within themselves to free themselves from some things that cause them stress and anxiety or past pain and heartbreak. And while they're doing it, the other person isn't. The other person's ready to move forward in life differently and invest in new things and kind of letting love and intuition guide them. And the other person isn't in that frame of mind, and they're still just wanting to do life the way they've done it. And we should be practical and logical, and you should live your life like this and quit stepping outside my comfort zone. And I don't want to step out my comfort zone. And that's when sometimes some people in our life can do hurtful and unkind things. And again, it's kind of the difference between people who are motivated and inspired by love, just want to keep going on this adventure, but they don't want things to get like stuck and stagnant. Can't we move forward and kind of do things differently? And other people could have a lot of fear of doing anything differently, just more like, oh my gosh, what? You don't want to go do that on Friday night? We have done that every Friday night. It's like, yeah, could we go do something different? Just change it up a bit. And some people are like, well, no, I don't want to do something different. And it's just like, oh my gosh. But it could require people. Some people can't keep life in perspective, with the Three of Cups kind of being also the Six of Swords. Some people can't keep life in perspective. They always get caught all up in their head and their fear and their insecurities or something, or things that consume them. And they're just not able to calm down, to not get so up in their head about everything. And then, if other people are more go with the flow type of people, then that's kind of a problem. It's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that you get so caught up in your head about everything. And I don't know. There could be some people right now that are just doing this work within themselves to think about maybe moving forward in life differently. Could be trying to still work with some people in their life to see if they want to move forward with them differently. But eventually, everybody has their own philosophy of life in their Taurus energy of how they want to live their life. And it's very hard to budge and make people view life differently. If they're more about themselves, very hard to get someone out of being self-centered and egotistical and narcissistic. If they're really more about the world, either really wanting to go indulge in those things of the world, or the most important thing is these things of the world, well, those things are more important to them than maybe living life differently. And if other people, that's not their truth, then we can have quite a mismatched relationship. And if there's some people, some of you could have already gotten out of those relationships and you're on your new journey, you could have, because fire sign energy can be about communication. The Pentacles can talk about bringing something into the 3D world. You could have communicated with some people, whether that's a workplace, friendships, romantic interests, of how you want to move forward in life, to see if some of those people are on the same page as you and want to move forward with you in that way. And, you just kind of been listening to your intuition. Once you communicate to someone, then they've kind of got to do this work within themselves. Oh my gosh. This person really wants to do love. Oh my gosh. Am I willing to do love? Am I willing to take a leap of faith in love? Would I rather live my life not really doing love? I maybe could get in a relationship with someone else where I really don't have to do love. It'd be fine. It'll work. And they've got to work through all of that too. And some of those people, if they are really more about the world, or if they're in a relationship and maybe you didn't know that when you reached out to someone, and sometimes some people, they know their truth, but we don't sometimes know their truth. And we could have thought someone was someone who is more on the same page as us, but we maybe didn't know them well enough, but they know themselves, and they know that they don't really live life like that. They might try to present themselves like they do, but really they could be people who kind of like to make their life more about themselves or the world, or living more from their mind than their heart, to protect their more emotionally vulnerable nature. And if they have people in their life they can be in a relationship with that will do a relationship like that, some of those people could be kind of sad, because it'd be great to be in a relationship with some high vibe people, but they just know that's not their truth, and they're too fearful to do love, lack some hope and faith and belief in themselves or in love. So they're going to keep living life the way they live it, some of them. And when those people don't make us an offer to move forward with us in that way, we have to listen to our intuition and go on our journey without them. And the people who are motivated and inspired to go on that journey with us will take that leap of faith to let us know that. And maybe the people who are meant to go with on our journey are people we will meet as we keep moving forward. In the meantime, we keep maintaining balance within ourselves, loving ourselves, and dealing with the truth. If people aren't in a relationship with us, they're living their life however it is they want to live their life, with whoever they want to live their life with, or invest their time, energy, and effort into what they invest their time, energy, and effort into. And maybe they weren't meant to go on that journey with us, and we just need to quit staying in denial of it, like waiting for them to go on the journey with us. Just go on the damn journey. Maybe you going on the journey will be the thing that makes them work through their issues. Keep moving forward. What's coming up for the high vibe people? The Queen of Pentacles, because of the Queen of Wands. You could have had to do this work within yourself just to get balance within yourself, give yourself the things that you wish other people would have given you. And when your intuition tells you it's time to go on that new journey, you will. The Queen of Pentacles can, again, kind of like Taurus, represent all these things, more emotionally investing in people, workplaces, family dynamics, relationships. When you are ready to do that, you will do that. Why? Because in the Queen of Wands, it is kind of listening to your intuition. And you also, from the Seven of Pentacles, I would view that as a more immature energy from the Queen of Pentacles. And again, the queens think are about how we think and feel. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. Um, Doing that work within yourself to learn to love yourself and believe in yourself and believe in your dreams and give yourself the things that you wish other people would have given you. That's harnessing high vibe Queen of Wands energy. You will come out as the Queen of as the Queen of Pentacles, someone that people do want to hire, go into business with, date, work with, be friends with, because you are this more emotionally mature person than you were in the past. Because the Queen of Wands, also represented by the Sun energy, you did this work to give yourself the things you wish other people would have given you. And you're being authentic and warm and loving and bold and brave and confident and going on this new journey. And then energetically, it's kind of like people can see you're not the same person that you were before. And now you are kind of maybe more in alignment energetically and how you think and feel and view the world as other people who are kind of on that same page. And then, you'll just kind of be drawn together and meet these people that are more on the same page as you, and you'll go on that new journey, and other people will see that you're more on the same page as them and that you're not investing in the past and you're ready to go on this new journey, and then they'll want to go forward with you on that journey. What about people who are harnessing a more worldly, shadowy Aries energy that they might not see coming? The Five of Pentacles. Why? Because of the Knight of Swords. The Five of Pentacles is also Taurus energy. In their philosophy of life, some people have this way of living life, and they could turn their back on listening to their intuition and be willing to take a leap of faith and love. And other people in their life kind of feel left out in the cold, and eventually those people work through all the confusion and the sadness and everything to speak their truth. I am going to move forward in this new way. If you want to, I'm no longer waiting for you to decide if you want to move forward with me, because I've already probably been being loving and encouraging and supportive to try to get you to move forward with me in that way. And if you were motivated and inspired to move forward with me in that way, you would have. And I see the truth of it, that the way you want to move forward in life is different than how I want to move forward in life. So I wish you peace, and I am going to move forward without you. And then those people could be kind of stressed that someone who is loving in their life, that they just weren't willing to take that leap of faith to get more balance within themselves, to have some hope and faith and belief and love, to look at life from a bigger perspective and quit getting so caught up in maybe being defensive, to love. And they're going to have some people leave their life because of it. Now, there's always going to be other people who'd be willing to get in a relationship with them. And they might end up in a relationship with someone who is like themselves, who is more about the world, who also, that's their truth. Let's get in a relationship. Let's stay in a relationship because it's good for our ego and our image. And this is how we view life. Or let's go indulge in those things that we sure will make us happy, or make it all about money and materialism. That's my thing too. I also don't maybe like to listen to my intuition. I also might like to live more from my mind than my heart and do what seems practical and logical. And if you and me were in a relationship, we get along good enough. It might not be love, but neither one of us really wants to do love anyway. So hey, let's move forward together and we'll look like we're victorious and successful in the world. And that would be a just and fair relationship. For them to be in a relationship with someone who kind of views life the same way they view life. And it's just and fair for people who are more motivated and inspired to live their more authentic life and not so caught up in creating this illusion in the world of how wonderful their life is, to really be in relationships with people and surround themselves with people who are loving and encouraging and supportive and want them to grow to their full potential versus, no, you've got to live your life like this and you have to have talk to these people and dress like this and wear this and act like this so that we fit in with conforming to the world. Is like, I don't want to conform to the world. I want to go live my authentic life. The rest of the world can go do what they want to do. I want to live my own authentic life. And some people aren't willing to do that. So there you go, Aries energy. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.